Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and I'm talking Pisces energy in this video. That means everybody. Everyone's got Pisces. Everyone's got Pisces in them. Pisces 12th house, Neptune, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. So if you clicked on this and you're looking for Pisces sun, this includes a Pisces sun, but this is just Pisces energy in general. And if you haven't done an astrology reading from me yet, they're only $50 for an hour. I prefer video, although we could do a phone call as well. And Pisces energy is probably the most difficult. All of them are difficult. Being here on Earth is difficult. Now that I think about it, it's not Scorpio, it's all of them. All of them. Pisces energy, there's no such thing. First thing is, there's no such thing as pure Pisces energy. If you were in pure Pisces energy, you wouldn't exist. You wouldn't exist on planet Earth. You're gone. It's over. No more you. No more Joe's Astrology. No more me. So that's the thing with Pisces is everyone truly, I'm not going to get into the details of what I think. Everybody, we'll just say this. Everyone truly wants Pisces energy, wants to go into that space and never come back. Okay, and some people say this is going, you could say this is going to heaven. This is, going back to the source, going to God. And if it was that easy, this is what we would all do. We would just end it like that. It's not that easy, though. It's not that simple. So what do we have with Pisces energy? What we have is a lot of people escaping. This is Pisces energy. We go as far as we can go without getting into too much trouble. We escape as much as we can without getting into too much trouble. And you see, without getting into the extremes of it, what do we see from normal people? Normal people take vacations. They take mini vacations, they take long vacations. They even take long vacations in the sense of they'll take a year off from working if they can afford to. They can figure it out. They'll take a year off from school, from working, and they'll escape for a long period of time. And that's what normal people do. They set up their life. They understand the Pisces energy. They would be afraid, for sure. Many people would be afraid to go too far into it. So they set up these vacations. And these vacations have become normalized and known as vacations. But that's essentially what it can be. It can be a very Pisces-like experience for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on how you set it up. And people escape in many different ways. You could be in a relationship. When you get into a relationship, which I'm going to get into in my composite videos, which I haven't touched on very much yet, a new energy is formed. A new life, in a sense, is formed. And you can have this desire to escape from that. And sometimes you'll escape from it completely. You'll just end the relationship. You'll be in a relationship for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, and you might have the tendency to just disappear. I don't want to do that anymore. And what you're really doing, in a sense, in many cases, is escaping that energy. Other ways that you can escape responsibility. You could be doing really good. You see this with a lot of people. A lot of people are learning how to live in the system, live in the country that they live in, learning how to be a human. I don't know how many people it's got to be there truly learning how to be a human. And think about the experience for them. They want to go back to Pisces. They want to go back to wondering. They want to go back to surrendering to God. You hear that a lot. Oh, just surrender. Just let go. And in some cases, that can help a person. But for the entire life, for most of your time here, can you just let go? It's not even possible. A lot of people will hate you for this, we will get into that a little bit as well. But this idea of you're taking responsibility. You have a job now. You're working. And it's taking you out of that wandering right brain space and putting you into your left brain, which you might not like. And then maybe you take a break. I can't do this anymore. I need a break from working. I need a break from responsibility. And you go into Pisces. Maybe you start doing drugs again. Start drinking alcohol too much. You're trying to escape that responsibility. As soon as you start drinking, this is like, I could speak for like hours on this, really. I don't even have the energy to do one video. Can I do like 10-15 minutes? Maybe because of my Pisces nature, the Pisces that's within me. But yeah, this idea of going to work, you take responsibility, and then you take the drug, take the even caffeine a little bit, but go to happy hour, start drinking, instantly, just like that, takes you out of Mercury and puts you into Neptune's world. And that's primarily why I would say a lot of people do it, because it's a quick fix. People take naps. Even taking naps, you think of back when you're in school, a lot of people would get off school and they have to take a nap as soon as they get home. They want to go straight to Pisces, straight to dream world, recuperate. That's how you recuperate. You got to get into that space, that right brain. And taking a nap can help a person recuperate. So there's all kinds of different ways to that Pisces energies can show up as well. You were talking about people all do all different types of things. Fantasy, living in a dream world. A lot of people throughout their day will fantasize, and they don't want to give up their dreams. They don't want to give up the fantasy that they live in that helps them get through life. And this can be a problem. This can be a massive, massive problem. We're talking about rough energy, because you can live the whole life in dream world and not actually do anything. Because see, when we're looking at your life, which often we'll do this with astrology, to look at your life as it is right now. And part of you, the Pisces part of you, stays in the dream world in your head. And it does that for a reason. It may do that for a good reason. And the good reason is to help you get through your current life. And you may, in your head, you may be always in dream world and then not really looking at what you're doing right now. And that helps you get through that period, because as soon as someone brings it up and says, someone like me, the bad astrologer, the bad guy that comes to you and says, no, this is your life. I know in your head, in the future, in the past and the future, it's basically we're talking about Pisces realm. Pisces realm, something that existed in the past, exists in the future, exists in the astral plane. This isn't reality. This isn't right now. And like I said, the bad guy, me exposing this or bringing this to light, that this is your life right now. This is what you have to live in. People don't like that. They don't like that because it takes them out of the Pisces space. And oftentimes, advice that I will give to myself, and I've given to myself, and give to other people, is to take action on your dreams. And you've heard this advice before, but see, we can't always take action on our dreams. It's not that simple. And even if we can, because say you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you want to be a YouTuber, you have to take action on that dream. And then you take action, and then you're like, damn, this is hard. I'm not getting the views that I want. I'm not getting the money that I want. It may take 10 years. It may take 10 years before that comes to fruition. And people don't like that as well, because that's not Pisces anymore. Because Pisces is fast. When we get into the astral realm, and things happen quickly, like where we came from, where we're headed, God's realm, things can happen quickly. But that's not here on Earth. Here on Earth, things take work. They take time. This is Saturn's realm. Pisces energy can, because of all of this, really, there can be a lot of suffering, a lot of wounds, a lot of victimhood. You know, if you step too much into Pisces energy, and this can be in your chart. In your chart, you can have like way too much Pisces energy. And if you think of like musicians as well, as a musician, musicians may even get that life. They get that life. A lot of people dream about being a full-time musician. They think it's the greatest thing ever. And here are these musicians getting that life. They're getting a lot of them may be getting the feeling of escaping life, and they'll tell you it's not that glamorous. It's not as glamorous as it seems. This idea of being persecuted, living in victimhood, suffering, wounded, Pisces energy, people that have a lot of Pisces energy have to live in this. Everybody might experience this at a time. That's why people will say not to be a victim, not to blame. But Pisces energy feels deeply, and they may have that tendency to create energy of living in a victim mentality, to be suffering. And again, it's because they don't want to, if they find themselves in that space, or in Pisces, pure Pisces energy, they don't want to work. They don't want to take responsibility. Who wants to take responsibility? They'd rather blame, be a victim. And this happens all the time. I'm not going to get too much into it. Addiction. This is how we can run into addictions. I mean, really what we're looking at, I'm going to end it here because I'm getting tired. The opposition of Pisces, Virgo. A lot of people don't like Virgo energy. They don't like I was talking about the polarities. They don't like Virgo, they like Pisces. They don't like Scorpio, they like Taurus. They don't like Gemini, they like Sagittarius. Well, because Virgo likes to do the work. Virgo needs routines. Virgo will take you out of victimhood and escaping, because Virgo will force you to take responsibility, to serve others, to serve yourself, to do healthy things for yourself. Oftentimes, Pisces energy isn't healthy because it's out of this world. So really, you want to have a balance between, that's why we need Virgo. We need Virgo, we need Pisces, we need all the signs. We need to understand all of this so that we can create balance in our lives and not live in confusion. And I can tell you, if you're living, you can really, if you think about it, if you're living in a wounded mentality, think of a person who gets wounded. If you ever get punched in the face, I've been punched in the face before. You become disoriented, confused, you're suffering. We don't want to live in that space. So if you are in a healthy, if you feel like you're in a healthy space, healthy environment, and you're disoriented, you're suffering, you're confused. You could be mentally, just not physically like confused like I was when you get punched in the face, but mentally you're confused. You don't understand what's really going on in your life and in the life here on Earth. And this can be a primary problem. This really is a primary problem with many, 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 many people on Earth. They don't, and the solution, many people, the solution that they're given is to get their life together. And this is where astrology comes in. A lot of people don't understand get my life together, but this is who I am. Think of a person who's living the Pisces life. Or the musician. I'm a musician. This is what I'm called to do in my life. And that may very well be the case, but there's also timing involved. There's also different levels. You can be a musician and not be famous. You can be called to be a musician and not be famous. So all this has to be understood in order to live a balanced for Pisces energy to live a balanced life. Because I said in the beginning of this video, Pisces in its pure form cannot exist on Earth, and many people are looking for that to exist, and they don't even know what's coming when they get there. And it's not a healthy way to live. Even as a YouTuber, this can be for many people. Me, I'm here on YouTube, I can tell you right now, I'm gonna end it for sure on this one. My life is not, this is why I can barely do 15 minutes of this. I'm not a YouTuber. I like to work. That's why I like to give readings. That's why I like to do video readings. I like to do real work with people. Not send them a piece of paper telling them what, or a video telling them what they are, what the astrology says that they are, or sit here and talk on a video and just send it out and be done for the day. What am I going to do the rest of the day? Outside of enjoying myself, how much can I really enjoy? How much can you really enjoy yourself all day long? Everything has its limits. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Hope you enjoyed this and have a great day.